All right, welcome back, Cancers. Welcome back to Love Yourself First Oracle, where I deliver daily oracle makes for ease zodiac sign, not too long, not too drawn out, just enough to help you get through the day, the night, the evening, the weekend, whenever it is that you're in my channel. So, grand rising, good evening, good afternoon. Thank you for all my A1 day ones. Thank you for those who just subscribed. Hey, Queen A. Hey, King A. Make sure y'all hit the like button, leave a comment. Tell a friend of a friend. Thank for all those who watch the channel but haven't subscribed yet. Hey Queen A, hey King A. Make sure y'all hit the like button, leave a comment, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're just over here loving ourselves. Self love and self care is not selfish when you point it to everybody else. And thank you for those who subscribe to the channel but unsubscribe from the channel but still watch the channel. You can be led to the water, baby. Can't nobody make you drink it. At the end of the day, people probably telling y'all your life. You need to make sure you take care of yourself. You need to let that hurt go. You need to make sure you take care of them kids. You need to talk to your mama and daddy. You need to talk about that um trauma that you got. You need to work on your anger. You need to stop giving out more than you giving. You need to learn how to apologize. You need to hold yourself accountable. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And guess what you do? What you want to do? Why? Because you're grown. But when you're grown and you're old enough and you know better, you should want to do what? Better. Exactly. And over here on my channel, that's what we do. Self love, self care is not selfish when you pour into everybody else. Ain't no way you allow somebody to come into your life or you going into somebody's life and you giving out 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or even 100, and you're accepting the bare minimum. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Go within and do their healing. Acknowledge their pain, their trauma, their hurt, neglect issue, abandonment issue, trust issue, self esteem issues, mom and dad issues, past relationship issues. Acknowledge it. Cry about it, yell about it, fight about it, talk about it, write it down, burn it, but do what you need to do to acknowledge it so it can be released so you can start bringing in new energy. You cannot bring in new energy if you are holding on to the past. Okay, Cancer. So we're gonna get y'all the last one. We're gonna get it as far as what your highest ever screaming at you. And then also, videos might be at a little delay. This is the month that my baby graduates, so yay! I should have said this to everybody else, but I mean, if they on a community board and they be watching the community board, I'm gonna just put it up on there. So yeah, so if you're here, you're here. If you ain't right when I get back, so yeah, it is what it is. Like I tell y'all every day, Mama gotta have a life too. All right, Cancer. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh. And if the video is jumping, y'all, I don't know. Look, I don't know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. I don't know. That is the only thing I'm gonna say. I do not know. I'm like, what is going on? I'm just gonna get cancer out the way and then get back to making sure my child get this attention that's needed since this is a completion and it is a celebration, okay? Do you hear me? Yes. All right, Cancer. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, please. Cancer collectors, you're focusing too much on one situation. You need to take a step back. So you right here looking at something or looking into something, and it's like, baby, you obsessed. We need you to take a step back. Let it flow how it's gonna flow. Let it work out how it's gonna work out. Point blank, period. Cancer single. Cancer singles. So the reason you got a strong connection with somebody because it's a twin flame, a spiritual connection between you and your twin flame. So either some of y'all got a connection between you and your twin flame, or you got a twin flame connection that's about to get ready to come in. Or it's just you right now. Maybe you're obsessing over this twin flame situation as far as there could be an ex there. Y'all ain't talking no more. And you probably stalking. Cancer, y'all think y'all look. I ain't gonna say too much, but yo. So either you got a twin flame that's coming in or you got a twin flame that's already in your energy. Cancers in a relationship. Cancer in a relationship, it's time for you to give up something to get a future reward. So you got to give up something to get a future reward. Sacrifice. Could be the way you talk, could be the way you think, could be as far as smoking, drinking, could be as far as your attitude, could be as far as your routine, could be a lot. Cancer's in a marriage or a long-term committed relationship. Cancer in a marriage or a long-term committed relationship. It said acceptance, accepting the past and current situation, work through issues gracefully. So whatever has went on as far as the past and whatever is might be going on as far as this current, it's time for you to work through it gracefully. You're focusing too much on it. It's time for you to take a step back. It's time for you to start loving yourself first. And it's time for you to step into your higher self and start questioning your patterns and your routine. Because it's time for you to put in some work so you can build the path for your success, baby. But you got to find balance because you're juggling too much at one time. Okay? You got to find peace within your current state of being and being open to change because change leads to growth. Okay? All right, so let's get what your highest self is screaming at you, Cancers. I ain't get y'all no music, honey. Y'all must need to listen to this message because Cancer, y'all can be a handful. I'm always on y'all case, Cancer. You know that. Y'all really be giving me a hard time on the cool. Okay, only reason I say that because my baby is a Cancer. And I be like, what more do you want from me? Miss Shayla, like, what more do you want from me? Jesus. Like, what else do you want? Okay, Cancer singles with a high sexual. Okay, Cancer single, your highest self is screaming. You need to always trust your intuition. Always trust your gut. The universe is constantly speaking to you. Will you choose to listen? So the universe is sending out signs, signals, and it's like, will you listen? Because it said security. Be careful not to be drawn into a false sense of security. Security begins only when trust has been established. So you already. So it's like we sending you the message as far as whether you can trust or you can't trust somebody. Don't fall into the false narrative of, oh, this might be my forever when it ain't even no trust there. Always trust your intuition. Always go with your intuition. When you go ahead and go with your intuition and trust your intuition, you won't be looking like a fool at the end of the day. You won't be one of those as far as, I should have cheated. I shouldn't have did this. I shouldn't have did that. Woulda, coulda. You already knew it wasn't no trust there, so why would you set up something with somebody that you already don't trust? Why would you think you'll be the one that's able to change somebody that you already don't trust? They probably already showed you some action. So it's like, yeah, be careful not to be drawn into these false sense of security. Security begins only when trust has been established. Trust your gut. The universe is speaking to you. Will you listen? And like I said, this connection with this person might be hard to let go, and you might be obsessing over because it's a twin flame. But not every twin flame is, gonna stay around. Point blank period. It probably be something you need to get out of it, or it might be something they need to get out of them. Okay? Cancers in a relationship. Cancer in a relationship. Yeah, I step screaming at you. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna get all that. That's a lot, and it fell on the floor. Let's see. Okay, it sounded like a lot. Hold on. I might get all of them. Just depends on what it say. And if I can ever get it off the floor. Jesus. Okay, let's see. Don't stop, just get it. I'm your dancer for money. Do what you want me to do. All right, so it says time for you to sacrifice something to give a future reward. So it says, all right, stop. It's a direction. I don't know if it's too loud either, y'all. I just realized the mic was so close up here. But it says, stop, take a moment, catch your breath, but most of all, don't panic. Look around and try to regain. Trust yourself. Your life compass will never lead you wrong. In the end, you would always find your way. So it's like, hey, we need you to slow down. Whatever might be going on, we need you to just chill out. Chill out for a minute. Don't panic. Look around and try to regain yourself. Start back trusting yourself. You are your life compass, and you won't lead yourself wrong. And if you have been leading yourself wrong, that means you got to start making different moves. Okay, so it's like, hey, the direction you're going in or the direction you're went in probably got you at a panic mode. It's like, hey, don't panic. Chill out. You're going to find your way out. But it is saying that you need some improvement. In life, there's always room for improvement. Today, take a moment to see what you can do better. Take a moment to see what you can do better. Also, it's letting you know that hatred is like cancer. It destroys you from the inside out. So if you're in a situation or you even dealing with somebody or you even, got beef or animosity, even if they got some problem with you or whatever the case might be, hatred destroys you from the inside out. So you need to let it go. That's why I say talk about it, yell about it, fight about it. Do what you gotta do to release it. Write it down, burn it. Do what you gotta do to release it because it's gonna destroy you from the inside. It's also telling you that you need to be here and now. Life is too short to be living in the past or worrying about the future. Take time to enjoy every moment to the fullest. Stay out the past. The past is the past. You can't go back and change nothing about the past. What are you going to do about the present? Be here in the now. Take time to enjoy life to the fullest right now. It's also saying be careful who you give your best self to, for the wrong people would take you for granted. And are unworthy of your gift. Save the best for those who would genuinely appreciate you, what you have to offer in your kindness. So they go back to this false security. Be careful you drawn to as far as false sense of security. Security starts when it's trust. Stop giving people the best of you and you won't end up in certain situations. Go ahead and see the red flags for what they is and stop thinking you can put your cape on. Some people ain't meant to be saved. And once the situation is over, the situation is over. Sometimes you got to be the one to walk away. Sometimes you got to be the one to go ahead and figure out your master plan so you can remove yourself from it. Because when you do that, it shows the Lord, the universe, whomever you might talk to, that you choose you first. So that's what things gonna start coming in for you. But like I said, you got to take time alone, solitude. Take time to be alone. Tune out the noise and the chaos of the world and tune into your inner peace. Time for you to tune into your inner peace. Time for you to go into solitude. Fall back from whatever you might be obsessing over. Let this hate go. Stop looking in the past. Know that you get able to, get your life back on track. You just need some improvement. And you also need to stop giving your best to people who don't deserve, to people who not going to give you the shirt off their back, to people who will give you a cheap pencil sharpener instead of the good pencil sharpener. Like, no. Okay? Counselors in a marriage or long-term committed relationship. Counselors in a marriage or long-term committed relationship. All right, counselors in a marriage or long-term committed relationship. It says it's your time to shine. It's your time to shine and be all the Creator has created you to be. Time for you to start seizing things, okay? Accepting the past and the current situation and working through it gracefully because it's your time to shine and you ain't got time to be worried about nothing else. Some of y'all might be going through the dark night of the soul. It says, during a dark night of the soul, it might seem like all is lost and that you might not make it through. Rise from the ashes and choose to do better, not bitter. So with some of y'all going through the dark night of the soul, once you rise from this, once you heal from this, once you accept things as far as for what it is, stop focusing too much on whatever it is, letting things go that no longer serve you, that you don't have no control over, letting people, places, things, and anything go. Once you rise, be better, not bitter. And it says sacrifice. What have you given up to be where you are? Was it worth it? So whatever you have sacrificed or whatever you did sacrifice to be where you are now, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Mm, okay. And it's also telling you, I'm like I say, y'all, I'm still lingering with this little cough as far as my sinus, but we good. It's like letting you know that life experience brings about wisdom. How you decide to use it will lead to your success. So the sacrifice you have made, certain sacrifice that you have made, was it worth it? Are you learning from the trials and the tribulations? Okay, are you learning from it? Just be yourself. Everyone else is taken. You deserve the best. Know your worth. And a delay is never a denial. Sometimes it's just not the right time. And you also need to know that we all have support every now and then. But be careful not to always be the one supporting everyone else and not being supported, okay? And Cancer, y'all probably kind of big. Never be too proud to ask for help. Everyone needs a little help now and again, okay? Yeah. So, Cancer, this y'all message as far as what your higher self screaming at you. Sing as your higher self screaming. Trust your intuition. Go with your gut. Stop acting like you don't see things. If a person ain't for you, they ain't for you. If a person ain't giving you the iffies, they give you the iffy for a reason. Stop trapping yourself in these false relationships, situationships. Those in a relationship, it's time for some improvement. Whatever has went on, take a step back, see what direction you're gonna go in. Please go in a different direction because you keep taking the same direction, you're gonna keep getting the same results. Be in the here, in the now, and not in the past because you can't change nothing in the past. Let that hate go. Go into solitude, pray, and get the answer that you're looking for. And stop giving your best self to people who wouldn't even give you or who wouldn't even ask you if you're hungry. Point blank period. All right, Council. So this y'all miss. I do hope y'all enjoy. Like I say, y'all, if y'all could tell a friend of a friend, video's gonna be kind of slow this month. I won't say this month, but like this week and next week, cause like I said, my baby graduated. And yeah, I did it. Okay. Yeah, she did it. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, we did it. But in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, if that video did that the whole time, y'all, I know y'all gonna be like, what the hell?